Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where the keeper of the light sounds the foghorn to signal it's time for football. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Los Angeles Chargers and the New England Patriots.
Please welcome your 2026 New England Patriots.
Along with Greg Olsen, the kicker. Andres Borregales has the ball on the tee. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here come the Chargers. The offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft. It's Justin Herbert.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play, and a first down. On play action, now Herbert. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Marcus Jones. And the Patriots are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the gun, here's May. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get.
Working out of the gun, it's May. That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
On fourth down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Chargers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll run, and this is Amarian Hampton. And that run shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Another run here with Hampton. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the lines. It's a loss of a couple.
But after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, out is J.K. Scott to punt for the Chargers. Back deep is Marcus Jones. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Patriots offense. To throw now, May. He'll get this over the middle to Diggs.
Bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, here is Henderson. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, New England.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And the zone read, a give to Henderson. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he will have a Patriots 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It will give him 4 yards.
It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Patriots will take a 7-0 lead. So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This is Hassan Haskins to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to get back to work. And it's been a rocky start. An interception on the first drive and then a punt the last time they had it. This drive will begin with a run with Hampton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He's got his tight end, Alonde Gadsden the second. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down. Pistol here for Herbert. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's second down and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. This one finds McConkey. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, L.A.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And In this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Motion man is Johnston. On second down, here's Herbert. They're trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
So these screen plays, they always seem so commonplace. They seem a little bit routine, right, Mike? But really, for them to work, there's a huge, significant timing element to it where the offensive line, the back, you can't be downfield too early, but you can't go too late. There's so many reps and reps that allow certain teams to be really good at the screen game and allow certain teams to just never really get their screen game off the ground. I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
A 30-yard attempt.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Dicker back out after the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. May gonna look to throw. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Now May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll try to run for it with Henderson. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. 1st down. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Once more, it's Henderson. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. It's a big hit for the Patriots. 31 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
Diggs on the reception. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start. He picks up the first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
To throw is May. This one caught at the 4. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Chargers' 3-yard line.
They know what's up, 'cause I never gave up. All I know is going to get this damn way.
Throwing is May. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
A 19-yard attempt.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Patriots go out to a 10-3 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. On play action, it's Herbert. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Hampton trying to work inside. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? Once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. Throw on the run is complete. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
And the Chargers, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll go with Hampton. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Anthony Jennings in for the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. And the Chargers have the first down.
At the 44-yard line.
A give left side for Hampton. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And we had a chance to sit down with the quarterback this week in practice. He preached the importance of that I have to do a better job protecting the ball. Well, so far here early, it doesn't seem like that's been the case. He's been a little reckless here in the opening quarter, and he's going to have to clean that up throughout the rest of this game.
Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he will score! Matt McConkey! Touchdown Chargers!
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Chargers will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Begin it on the ground with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's May. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Demario Douglas, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. Has caught right side by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Hampton. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's the Chargers with the football to begin this second quarter. They've got it with 2nd and 3 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup there of 13. First down, L.A.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Herbert. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And mark him down up beyond the 30. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. On the handoff, Henderson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here's a 2nd and 12. From out of the gun, here's May. Has is completed to Douglas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Again, it's Henderson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Patriots first down.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 2nd down, here's Henderson. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
And they'll run it here with Stevenson. A short gain, down to the 7.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
At the 7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's May. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Kayshawn Booty was the one he was looking for. And now 3rd and goal coming up. To throw now, May. He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, New England. The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and through. And the Pats go up by 7. It is now 17-10. down. Borregales is back to send this one away. Haskins now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chargers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Now Herbert on the bootleg. He'll swing this out to Hampton. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. No play fake. Herbert. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Milton Williams gets it for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, as they face this possible 3 and out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield to try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. And McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. It's Henderson to start this drive. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
And the Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And a good run there. And give him 5 yards.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. May gonna look to throw. Headed left, buying time. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Henderson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it's going to be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there, and about a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They're going. It's May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And they continue to churn out 1st down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get 1st down after 1st down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Here's a run. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
Jackson on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Throwing is May. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to 3rd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
He'll try and throw. Here's May. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On 4th down, out comes Andres Porregales for the Patriot field goal. This, about as short as you can get. His kick is perfect, and the Pats will extend their lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
After the Mays field goal, back out is Porregales to kick this one away. Haskins now to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Here comes Hampton on the toss right. And He'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On second down, a run with Hampton. And he'll take this up past the 40, pick up a 5.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much. They get it on 3rd and a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Another run here with Hampton. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yards, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
First down, Chargers.
Allen in motion. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
7-yard pickup.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing, Herbert. Looking middle and complete with Allen. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's good for a Charger first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. He'll find Hampton out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Play lost the yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout as the clock will stop at 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Brings up 4th down and goal.
Here's Cameron Dicker now on for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Chargers are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. On 1st and 10. New England going to take their second timeout. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break.
To pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
But somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off. Turn his TV off.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now, May has caught right side by Henry. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop at 21 seconds to go until halftime. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is May. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw again is May. That one taken in by Douglas. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he is going to score a pick 6 for the touchdown.
So it's 3rd down and it just seems